Welcome to my first ever physical workshop. This year is 75th year of anniversary of Singapore Red Cross. So I initiated to do this fundraising. I'm so glad that I think everything is worked into place because God helped. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Yo. He has helped a lot of people in to boost immune system. So he has the experience. We all need the basic, like the reason why we want to be healthy. This is testimony. Amber husband, after our virtual workshop, the next day he go buy fruits. The husband, her husband.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so happy. I want to hear more good news from here. Without further ado, I want to pass to Mr. Yo.
Okay, thanks. Can you guess how old she is?
50 marks.
I think by the fact that I asked you, it must be a trick question, right? So it cannot be 80. She cannot be 60 plus. 60 plus. Any other guesses?
As people age, they try to find ways to preserve their appearance, and a Florida woman says she has found the fountain of youth.
News Channel 5's Tanya Rogers joins us now with this special report. Tanya?
Well, Jane, Shannon, and I have had several people ask me, how old is she? She is a grandmother, and she is eligible for a senior citizen discount. Her quest started because she wanted to feel healthy and have lots of energy, but she has reaped more benefits than she anticipated.
And here we have some ginger.
Annette Larkins shows off her garden in her Miami-Dade County backyard. It's full of fruits and vegetables. Every corner of her garden has something that is edible.
And I've been eating them, and they're so good.
She also collects rainwater to drink and water her plants. Annette says the food in her garden is her fountain of youth.
I'm very vibrant. I have lots of energy, as I told you before. I'm up at no later than 5:30 in the morning as a rule, and I'm ready to go.
Annette's husband owned a meat store in the 1960s. That's when she became a vegetarian. But as the years went by, she became a raw vegan. She does not eat any animal products. Her food is unprocessed and uncooked.
My diet consists of fruits, nuts, vegetables, and seeds. I do a lot of sprouting of seeds, and as you can see from my garden, of course, these are the raw foods that I eat.
Annette also juices fruits and veggies. You name it, she can juice it. Grapefruits, pineapples, even spinach. But not everyone in the Larkins family eats and drinks this way. Annette's husband of almost 54 years chose to continue to eat the way he did when they were first married.
I really wish I would have did what she's done.
Amos Larkin says people even wonder if Annette is his wife.
They'll ask me, what am I doing with that young girl? Or they'll say, you got your granddaughter with you, and things like that,
Amos takes prescription medicines daily for high blood pressure and diabetes. Annette says she doesn't even take an aspirin. Because friends and strangers kept asking her questions about her health and youthful appearance, she decided to publish 2 Journey to Health booklets, and she produced the DVD 12 years ago.
Discovery Channel, they took sections of the booklet and translated them into Spanish, which, by the way, is my second language.
So how old is this size 4 beauty? Annette just turned 70 years old.
This one lady who is my age, she said, was telling her friend that I used to tell them about eating and they wouldn't listen. And her reply was to that, or her response to that was, look at her now and look at us.
She's an amazing person, though. Oh, man. I mean, really, she do everything. Build computers. Oh, she's make all her own clothes, grow her own food, speak 3 languages. It's amazing.
Now, Annette has been eating completely raw for 27 years. Now, we want to remind everyone, no matter how old you think she really looks, she changed her lifestyle to feel better and have a good quality of life. And her husband says, I wish I had done what she did. And I said, well, is it too late? He goes, yeah, it's too late for me.
She looks fantastic, but in this day and age, a lot of people asking you, has she had plastic surgery?
She hasn't. She said she hasn't had any plastic surgery. She said, but never say never. Because she said maybe when I'm 80, I might change my mind, but she hasn't had any plastic surgery. And it's really neat because he says she's so beautiful, and he says when he wants to get help when he goes to like the grocery store or something. He says, Annette, you walk in front of me because you get all the attention and then I'll be able to ask the questions.
Works out in his favor there.
And her kids, her 2 boys are in their 50s, early
Unbelievable.
50s. Yeah.
How was the orange juice? I saw you tasting it.
It was very
Was it
good,
good?
and she literally drinks all that through like a week or 2 weeks. Yeah, it's
It's
amazing.
a full-time job, I'm sure,
It
prepping
is.
that food.
It is.
Tanya,
Great story, Tanya.
very enlightening and eye-opening. Thank
All right,
you.
You're welcome.
So she started this 27 years ago and she's 70. So she started this in her 40s, you know. So it's never too late, okay? So this is what we're covering. Every time you see the yellow line, it means we're gonna hands-on, you're gonna eat. Okay, so we're gonna talk and eat, talk and eat, talk and eat. So there are going to be 2 recipes, two smoothies here, 2 recipes here, so it's a total of 6. Okay. Have you had lunch? Over here, we're going to introduce what antioxidants are, why they are so important, how to get it in as quickly as possible. So we are doing smoothies here, but it's not the only way, okay? There are other ways to get the antioxidants in fast, but smoothie is one of the easiest that we know. And the last one are the nut milks. So depending on your needs, for example, children who are growing up, people who are bodybuilders, you know, if you're into a need for detox, for example, the green ones are good. Okay, the fruit one is everybody's favorite, especially kids. And if you need high protein or something, the nut milks will. That's where the nut milk come in. So these 3 smoothies, these 3 types of smoothies are catered to your needs. So the idea for today is for you to see the 3 types, sample them, see how they're made, and then you see for yourself, you adjust to your needs. Okay, or whether you want the fruity ones, the green ones, or the nut milks. So this is meant to be an introduction for you to assess. So we want to thank Kat for this arrangement. I'm doing this largely because I really support what Kat is doing. I've worked with many people. I mean, I've helped cancer patients from all walks of life here in Batam, also in other countries, and I don't keep track of them. See, I just help them and I just share my information with them, and I let them go. Because to me, it's about sharing the information and letting them make an informed choice. So I don't track them. No, I don't track what they do, how they are progressing. Sometimes they do. But Kat is someone who is very passionate about this. In fact, she privately told me that if she can, she want to make this as a career. But because this kind of thing, so you can't survive on sharing this kind of information, because we're not selling any supplements or anything. See, we're sharing information for you to go and buy the foods, and the foods is bought from the supermarket. So there's not much money making here. So that's why she ends up working in places like Red Cross to sustain herself. But really, her passion is in sharing the information. That's why she and I share this same passion. So I really want to support her, and I hope that you will too in this endeavor to share this information, because the world is in need of this information. So often we are given a one-sided picture of the whole healthcare thing, you see. And most of it, I think you will know, is commercial driven. So there's a lot of information that is natural that we all should know, but nobody's talking about it. Okay, so the idea, as I've just said, the idea is to really empower you. And by empowering, we mean we tell you the facts, we tell you the information, and then we show you how, and we want you to practice this so that you know how to do it. It's not just one way in and one the other way out. It has to be practical. It has to be part of your lifestyle. It has to be a lifestyle change, because the problem is a lifestyle problem. The solution has to be a lifestyle. So this is just for education purposes. We are not replacing medical advice. So the concern, I think most of us will know, more and more diseases, and there are a lot of weird diseases are coming up, and dementia is a worrying trend. Diabetes is a worrying trend. Isn't it strange? Don't you wonder something must be wrong? There are more and more diseases coming up, and they're getting They're affecting more and more people, and yet we are still continuing business as usual. Don't you feel that something is wrong? And we talk about, we say that prevention is important. Prevention is important. But there's not much action on prevention. We're not doing much at all. Autoimmune diseases, I don't know if you're familiar with this. This is where your own immune system attacks your own cells. So this is up and coming. Also rising very fiercely. Gout, joint problems, skin problems. So all these are signs that our immune system is not working. Our bodies are not moving the way nature designed it. They're getting younger and younger. The same problems, they're getting younger and younger. If you look at this, if you combine these three, it looks like this. Okay, it's almost 2/3. 2/3 of the people sitting in this room, 2/3 of the population is going to hit this problem: cancer, heart disease, or stroke. It's alarming, but yet people are not alarmed. So that itself is a worrying trend. So WHO puts it as 80%. 80% of this is preventable, but we are not preventing it. We're not doing much at all. This experts in this case is Professor Chen Li-Ju. Okay, he's saying that the already high cancer rates are rising even higher every year. And they worry that people aren't making the lifestyle changes that can be done. And one of the cause of the problem is because when you go for scans, you're looking for tumors and looking for signs and symptoms. A weak immune system may not show up in your blood pressure or in your cholesterol. Okay, a weak immune system is not so easy to detect.
Cancer prevention pioneer, Dr. William Lee. Dr. Lee, thank you very much for joining us. Talking about antioxidants and how they prevent cancer. Well, antioxidants are natural protective molecules that Mother Nature has laced into a large number of foods. And there are literally thousands of different types of antioxidants, but they all do pretty much the same thing. They protect our DNA in the healthy cells from the kind of damage caused by free radicals, which are harmful chemicals that our body absorbs from things like cigarette smoke or pollution or fried foods or other sources in the environment. So antioxidants protect our DNA against the kind of damage that can cause cancer. So you see why it's so important to both of us, and all doctors are concerned about preventing cancer, that you have enough. So everyone in our audience today is wearing their antioxidant helmet on their sleeve. All wear different colored t-shirts. Before the show, we give everyone the ultimate nutritional.
In this case, their machine is the old model. I think the one you have is
A newer one.
this is the 3rd generation. I think
Yeah,
this one is the 1st generation.
Yeah.
What he got more budget. So what he did was he get them to scan and then wear the
T-shirt.
give them a t-shirt. Yeah. So if you're in a red zone, you wear a red t-shirt. If you're in a yellow, you wear a yellow t-shirt. So blue, wear blue. So you can see that in the audience, right? In his audience, 80% were in the dangerous zone, the red and the orange zone. I did this many years ago. It was similar. Even in Singapore, the percentage of people in a dangerously low immune system is also about 80%. That's why the disease rates are so high, because all of us have a weak immune system and we don't know it.
Lie detector test. This revolutionary device is lying right here next to me. Measure the level of carotenoids in your skin, which can help indicate the overall antioxidant health in your body. It's a completely non-invasive test. Did it hurt you? Yeah? No. I had mine yet. I'm having it next. So let's see if it hurts me. But it takes about 90 seconds, and I am completely astounded by these results. I think I'm going to show everybody. So if you look at it, this is how it's supposed to be read out, by the way. We've got lowest to highest, 10,000 up to 50,000 units, right? These figures give us a rough idea. You want to be up here in the blues. Now, let's see how you did. Are you ready? I don't see any reds, any oranges. Let's see the numbers for the audience. You're all down here. Can I tell you something? You're America. You're a cross-section. Everyone watching the show right now. We just go through these today. It completely blew my mind. We have almost 30% of the audience in the lowest category possible. I actually didn't think we'd find anybody there. Naively thought that at least we're getting enough of these antioxidants into our bodies that we're going to be there. Another 40% had the orange category, which is still to me a dangerously low level. And we only had a total of about 6% having greens and blues. But you ended up your greens and blues, and you see it's yeah, we had a couple folks, but it's not many. Congratulations, by the way. So the question then becomes, why is it they have these problems? And it's not surprising because we're getting on average about 2 to 3 servings of fruit per day and vegetables. It's not enough. And we know that. When we talk about 5, 7, 9, big numbers of servings, vegetable size. So
How many servings have we told in I mean from health promotion board? How many servings have we told? 2 and 2.
2 veg.
Yeah, 2 fruit, 2 veg. Is that per day or per meal? Per day. I think that's per day. So you see, with regards to this, it's a bit like a joke, you see, because you need, like he said, 7, 8. I would put it as 10, 11, 12, 13 servings per meal. To keep it simple, just eat all fruits and vegetables. In my personal practice, I hardly eat rice. I do eat rice, but rice is not my staple. Nothing wrong with rice. Rice is not a bad thing, but it takes up space, you see. So if you eat rice, you got no space to eat anything else. This is about 20 years ago, so I gave up with rice. Unless I'm going out and I can't, and I'm starving. My staple is mango and banana and sometimes papaya. Okay? So I eat fruit, So that's one way. That's one way to raise your antioxidant level fast. Eat until full. Okay. In that case, I don't count how many servings. Just eat whatever you can. So this is what the machine looks like, and I was saying that this is the old generation one. I'm just curious. In today's course, what is the reading that you are? Is it similar? 80%? Similar.
I think only 2 persons are platinum, that is higher than 2, because this machine can score.
Oh, yeah.
And I think maybe 1 to 2% is green and blue.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe 1.
How about cat? So 70 is
Platinum.
platinum.
The highest in the room today is 64.
This is how it works. It throws in a laser beam, and the laser, I think maybe you can explain better.
Oh, you are doing good.
The laser will shoot the onto the skin to scatter the carotenoids, and the light that bounces off the skin will be detected by this machine that's calibrated in that way, so that it can detect how much beta carotene you have in your body. So this is only measuring beta carotene. So it's only a small sample of it's only a gist of the total antioxidants you have in the body. Okay, but it's a very good indication, because so far it's been very accurate. People who do eat healthy don't fall sick. So the machine does tell.
It will also be very consistent. If
Yes.
you're a smoker,
Yes.
you will never get a good score. If you are someone maybe just coming out of chemo,
Right.
it will be really quite bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In one of my workshops, I was told by a doctor, there was this medical doctor within my audience. He told me that in my whole workshop, in my whole retreat, actually, he said that this is the most important slide
Wow.
in the whole session, because this is what it's all about. Okay, you have your normal cell, and when you start eating junk, when you start eating a lot of toxic stuff, we call them free radicals. Okay, they're called free radicals. These are the bad guys. So when the free radicals attack the cells, the cell gets damaged. If there's too many, if it's overwhelmed, the free radicals can attack the nucleus, the cell. That's when things really go wrong, because the nucleus is the brain of the cell. So when the brain goes crazy, the cell is not able to repair itself, is not able to function the way it's supposed to function. And that's the onset of disease. And this is what we call oxidative stress. Basically, it's oxidation. Basically, it's the oxidation of our cells. Okay, so that's what we are all about. We are going to reverse or reduce the oxidation.
You can see the results of this oxidation in our everyday environment, such as a rusting piece of metal or fruit that's exposed to air. Think about it. If you cut a piece of apple and leave it out in the open, in a very short period of time, you'll see the surface begin to turn brown. And that's how quickly oxidation occurs. Imagine this happening in your body. It is literally decaying otherwise healthy cells. So how do we protect ourselves from these free radicals that are wreaking havoc in our bodies? Well, if the destructive process is through oxidation,
then the answer is antioxidation, the opposite of oxidation. And this is achieved with antioxidants. Antioxidants stop this chain reaction by donating one of their own electrons to the free radicals. The great thing is the antioxidant nutrient itself does not become a free radical by giving away its electron. It's kind of like a win-win situation for the antioxidant and the free radical.
So I was explaining that's how it works because of the electron explanation. That's why forest bathing works, because when we walk in the forest is saturated with electrons. You know what forest bathing is? Okay. So it's good to walk. Huh? Yeah, actually it's just hanging around in the forest. Yeah. You can bring a deck chair and sit down and sip your yeah. It's just hanging out there. Okay. Simple, easy. And it's very beneficial. Just taking a walk. Maybe, I don't know, Kat, maybe you want to organize this kind of forest walk. No, still can. You go Bukit Timah, can. And you sweat, no? Yeah.
You already until when?
They have the walk, right? That's good too. Yeah. 50 to 75 trillion cells. So so imagine when we have too many free radicals, the cells are affected. And it's right across the board. So where are the free radicals coming from? Some you can avoid, some you can't, because even just breathing, okay, just basic breathing, the body produces free radicals. They're under stress, the body produces free radicals. But many of the things we can control. And if you look at the kind of food that we pump into the body 3 times a day, every day, most people, it's not difficult to understand why. Okay, especially high temperature cooking. High temperature cooking creates a lot of free radicals, whether it is vegetarian or not. So that comes down to a lot of things, including bread, all your breads, all your cookies, all your baked meats, plenty of stuff, drinks. HCA, we'll talk about this later. It's a group of carcinogens. Stress, lack of sleep, lack of exercise, pollution, smoking. Okay, basically, if you summarize all this, it's toxin. I just want to stress that these toxins can include emotional toxin. If you live in an environment where you're in stress all the time, you live with somebody that you can't stand, the body produces free radicals. Pardon? Yeah, working. You don't like your boss. The boss always always breathing down your neck, pressure, deadlines. Okay, so in many of the cancer cases that I dealt with, in many of the cases that seem mysterious, because you may not be the best food in the world, and they seem they have no sleep. They don't, you're doing the best thing, and how come the cancer still gets worse? So if you really go into details, you find that there's some emotional stress that is not resolved. So in many of the cases, that was the case. So it becomes quite clear to me whenever you have the best diet, the best environment, how come it's still getting worse? It's the emotions.
How many hours how many hours can sleep? How many hours?
It's still being debated now. Some people say 6, 7, 8.
Midnight or two.
Yeah, the hours. Yeah. In Ayurvedic science, right? They talk about the hours in which you sleep. It's not just the number of hours, but also at what time you sleep.
What time?
Yeah. So they advise people to sleep before 10, which I hardly ever do.
TCM.
Yeah, same. No, TCM and Ayurvedic science is very close. This is written 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. They've known this 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. Our modern Western medicine is only about 100 years old. So they know a lot more than we do. Wait, where was I? Yeah. So basically, it's all about toxins. Okay, whenever you see pictures of fruits, it means it's going to be makan time. We're talking about ripeness of fruit. So whenever you see, this is a study, I can't remember which university, in Austria. Whenever fruits are in its peak ripeness, that's when the black spots appear. Okay? That's when the antioxidant level of the fruit is at its highest. The deepest color, the most fragrant. You think of a mango, okay? Mango is very obvious. That's when it turns yellowish and maybe even orangey, right? Okay, most fragrant, right? I used to use mango as air fresheners. Sweetest, and that's when the antioxidant is its highest, because by nature, that's when it drops. That's when it's meant to be eaten. So in the case of banana, right? This is the Raja Pisang, my favorite. The black spots appear like this. And you know the goreng pisang people? Yeah. They wait till the thing turns black, right? And then they goreng, right? I don't advise frying any food. But that's when the ripeness is at its peak. But we're not, let me get this clear. We're not saying you eat the black spots if you're not telling you to eat the black parts. We're just saying that the black spots is an indication of the ripeness. Serotonin calm the nerves. B vitamins, lower cholesterol, reduce diarrhea. It's a natural antacid. I used to have severe gastric pain. All the medications didn't work. The pills, the syrup didn't work. I was cured by bananas. Bananas cured my gastric pain. Instant energy, tennis players, marathoners. Japanese study, ripe bananas. TNF is tumor necrosis factor, meaning that it kills tumors, boosts the immune system. So they did the same test with grapes, apples, all these fruits. And they found that the bananas have the strongest anti-cancer properties. Okay, Swedish-Belgium studies came to the same conclusion. Passion fruit. This one is starting to be ripe. This one is good, right? This one is the best. This one, I think, is on its way up. Okay, so how do you know? How do you know whether it's peak ripe or spoiled? How will you know? Any guess? You taste now. If it tastes good, it's good. If it tastes bad, it's bad. Okay, so you cut open and taste. You can smell first. So same thing with mangoes. Look for when the black spots appear, that's when it's peak ripe. The three most powerful antioxidants, ACE. Okay, think of ACE. They're common in many fruits. These are very powerful antioxidants. You know the red dragon fruit, the red, yeah. That's lycopene. It's a very strong antioxidant. Very anti-cancer. Good for skin, good for blood. I'm just suggesting here. Okay, this is a cross section of the mango. This is the seed. The white part's the seed. So most people cut the mango this way, right? Yeah. So I'm just suggesting, and not that you must do. I cut it 45 degrees so that you have less wastage. Oh, the video plays. Okay. So here I remove the skin, and then you cut it 45 degrees. You see? I'm just suggesting this because by doing this, I hope it makes your lifestyle more attuned to this. You eat more fruits. So now I'm cutting this part here. Among the mangoes, the Thai mango, the honey mango is among the best. But now not in season. This part I don't do this. I use a spoon and scrape. Okay, don't try this. And my knife is super sharp. To me, a super sharp knife is a safer knife. Feel free to ask questions. The longer questions you may ask at the end. Okay, so any spoiled part, then you can remove. There are many ways to cut a mango, many ways to cut a red dragon. I'm just showing just one way. When the red dragon is very ripe, the skin is thinner. This is still not very ripe yet. It's good to eat this, eat a bit of red dragon every day. This is the pangjiu. Familiar? Always sticks to the skin, right? So I'm just suggesting you cut this by cutting a slice. It's easier to peel. Okay, this is a small bit. Most bananas don't have this problem. See? So when you make the cut, it's easier to peel. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, good stuff. All the red stuff is good stuff. Lycopene. Promotes sleep. Good for the liver, carotenoid, against cancer protective, good for eyes. I think most TCM people tell it's good for eyes, right? Because it is good for the eyes. Yeah, it is one of the richest source of lutein and zeaxanthin. For pineapple, if you are doing this for smoothies, you don't need to remove the ice. Oh, wait. Because when you break up into the teams, this is what you're going to do. You're going to toss the ingredients, which have already been pre-cut. You just need to toss it into the blender jar. Okay, everything is supplied. So the soft fruits always go in first. The recipes we'll give it to you very shortly. Okay, also all the rest go in. The whole line goes in. Okay, don't bother cutting and squeezing the thing. The whole, the skin, the seeds, everything goes in. Yeah. Even there are nutrients on the skin, you know. Grapes, most of the nutrients on the skin and in the seed, grapes. Yeah, it's a bit weird that they are seedless these days, right? Yeah, but they're not supposed to be. We are giving you only 1 cup. So you're going to use the same cup for the 6 recipes. Going green, And the cups that we're using is a bio cup. It's not a petroleum product. It's made from plants. So 0 waste means you wash and eat until clean. Okay. So we have 4 sprays in there. So each team will have 1 spray. So not to worry. When we talk about sugar in its natural form, when it is bound with its fiber, bound with its antioxidant, they behave very differently from processed sugar. So a lot of the bad press we hear about sugar being bad, but fructose being bad. Fructose is a fruit, it's a sugar from fruit. Okay, but fructose being bad, they are talking about corn syrup or something. If you look at the study, even there was this Harvard study. Okay, they are saying that the sugar is bad. They are talking about the processed sugar. So I got videos that explains this in detail, how the natural fructose in fruits is beneficial. It's highly beneficial. This is a long story. I attended this diabetes reversal retreat. It was a 3-day retreat. I paid 1,500 or something for this retreat. I mean, I'm not diabetic, but I attended because I wanted to, because he says that he can reverse, you see. So as far as mainstream is concerned, diabetes is a progressive disease, right? That's what we're told, right? It cannot be reversed, you see. But this guy says it can reverse, you see. So I went to his retreat, and I saw how he did it, and I saw how he did it. So what happens is when you eat fruits, right? And the whole participants, all the participants were diabetic except for a few of us like me. When they went in, They eat fruits. We eat fruits and vegetables the entire retreat. No rice. No rice. No prata. No pasta. Nothing. No, all natural fruits. So when they went in, when they ate fruit, right, the blood sugar rose. Okay, it did rise, and then lunchtime, fruit, vegetable again, it rose again. No, dinner went up again. No, but the next morning, it went below the first line. The 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 fasting sugar, the blood fasting sugar was below the first day. So that's where it struck me. That's how it works, you see. So second day it started, so they went up again, and the next day dropped again. So that's how he explained how it works, because the diet that you take addresses the root of the problem, you see. So in this case, it is with the liver, because the liver, the beta cells is the one that is producing the insulin. Okay, so this kind of diet helps to repair the organs that generate insulin, you see. It helps to remove the oil, the oil in your system. The root cause of diabetes, right, is oil. It's oil and fat. It's not sugar. It's the oil problem that causes the sugar problem. Okay, this is a long story. This requires a whole seminar by itself. It is the oil that causes the sugar problem. So by addressing the oil problem, he is able to reverse diabetes. We're talking about reversing, not managing. Okay, but where mainstream is concerned, they never talk about reversing. It's always about managing. It's always about taking metformin and taking medication. It's always about that. Okay, so it's a long story, but we are very aware that there's a concern that because a lot of healthcare experts also advise we should cut down on fruit for diabetics. We should cut down on fruit, but the science says the other way. I can show you if how to show them. I sent to you. You sent to them, is it?
Which one?
Dr. Gregor's videos on diabetes.
Cannot later I send it.
So this is one group. This is in your chat group. Okay, so I sent to her, then she'll send to you. Okay, so in the study, there are many studies saying that fruit is good for diabetes. There's a group called Mastering Diabetes. Are there diabetics here? Or people who are very concerned with diabetes? Okay, there's a group called Mastering Diabetes. Have you heard of them? It's a US group. They use fruits to reverse diabetes, okay? So it is contrary to mainstream advice. Okay, but anyway, many of the Indian doctors and some holistic healers in the US, they're doing this, using fruits to reverse cancer, to reverse diabetes, which is all about nutrients. Why is this good for breakfast? Because when you are sleeping through the night, the body is detoxifying, and the body is most receptive of nutrients the first thing you wake up. And what do most people do first thing you wake up? Drink coffee, right? Yeah. So it's not that bad, okay? I mean, drinking coffee is not that bad. The point I'm saying is that when we wake up, the body is most absorptive of nutrients. So that's when you whack in the high antioxidants, you see. If you have to have coffee, take it 1 hour, maybe 2 hours after your fruit drink. Okay, so let your body absorb the high antioxidants first. Any other question concerning what we just had? Yeah, yes. So long as you don't put any nuts and seeds, it will last a long time. By long time I mean 1 day, and by long time I mean about this amount. So I blend about 1 liter, 800 ml, 1 liter, and I store half of it, and I drink half of it. Okay, immediately. So the other half I store in the fridge. Sometimes I take even smaller amounts. Can last the whole day. Huh? For me, it's usually breakfast and lunch. Then dinner, I make a new one.
Questions from Pauline. The limes, orange, apple, the whole fruit with the skin, right?
For the lime, yes, orange, no.
Can I replace lime with lemon?
Can. Yes.
Okay.
And we will. For the for the vegetables smoothie, the green smoothie we are replacing. In fact, you can use, there's this Thai lime. There's this huge lime. And that one is very fragrant. So go ahead, and replace and find alternatives. Change the flavor a bit. Yeah. Seeds I tend to avoid. Seeds tend to be very bitter. So it tends to spoil the taste. But I understand from TCM that it has some nutrients actually. Anything that's bitter tends to be good for the liver.
How about grapefruit?
Grapefruit skin is so thick, right?
I mean, just the flesh.
Oh yeah. Okay. Grapefruit is good. All the citrus fruits are good. Even the grapes. Grapes are good too. So instead of adding water, add grapes to make it dilute. Any other questions? Oh, you see, when the moment you add nuts and seed, almond, cashew, right? It is nutrient rich, so the bacteria also love it. So it tends to ferment within about 4 hours. With the nut milk, the one that you be doing last today, they last only 4 hours. After that, it tastes funny. You can see bubble starting to form because there is no preservative here. You see. In a blended form, yeah. In a blended form, in a whole form, not so easy. Yeah, it's quite problematic. Peanut butter is quite problematic. Have you heard of the China study? Anybody heard of the China study? They found that this was a study done in the Philippines. Actually, they discovered in the Philippines actually that peanut butter contributes to cancer because you think they use organic peanuts, meh? They usually use the leftover or the discarded peanuts. Which the moment you fry it, who knows? And there's a fungus that is very prone to infest peanut. Can't remember the name. It produces this cytotoxin, which is prone to be problematic to the liver cancer. So they found that peanut is very prone, is very prone to lead to liver cancer. So they advise stay away from peanut. I don't know about organic because I'm not sure about that. But that in the China study, they were generally talking about peanuts in general. But
other nuts are okay lah. It's only the peanuts.
Actually, peanut is good stuff. No, it's just the way it is done. You see, so if you make your own, you go and boil your own peanut, it's good stuff. It's just that for commercial reasons, they use a spoiled peanut and they roast it and they camouflage it. You see, actually, peanut is good. You go look into TCM. Peanut is very good stuff. Yeah. Other nuts will be good, but they are subjected to the same thing because like walnuts and other nuts, they are also prone to fungus. This particular fungus. So make sure they're fresh. If they're fresh, no problem. Can for some reason I don't know why in TCM lime is yang, no, the yin and yang. Lime is yang, orange is yin, no. I don't know why, So one explanation I was told that if it's grown in the tropics, right, then it's yang. Oranges are grown in temperate climate, so it tends to be yin, because it's cold, So when local eat local, so that's why most of the stuff we use lime, but later on the green one we do use orange. So where are they found? They are found in colorful ingredients, colorful fruits and vegetables. Why? The deeper the color, the better. Why? Fresh. But let's say certain vegetables are, let's say, some greens are light greens, you know. Okay, I mean they can be fresh too. So my question is, why the deeper the color, the higher the antioxidants? Why? Any guess? Maybe you have that deep red, deep orange, right? Because the color pigment itself is the antioxidant. Okay, the color pigment itself is the antioxidant. So what are the deep colors we have? Deep red, deep purple, orange, what else? Red, yellow, dark green, what?
Yeah.
Dark green. Got blue, no? Blueberry, or black. Okay, for example, if you look at blueberries, they look black actually, right? They look black. Actually, it is very deep blue, no? So that's why we know that blueberries are very high antioxidant fruits. You know turmeric. Okay, all the things that stain your clothes and they cannot wash. Those are very high in antioxidants. The red dragon fruit, right? You kena your clothes, you can't wash, right? Very hard to wash. Very high antioxidants. Okay, so like blueberries, turmeric, red dragon, these are all very high antioxidants. Okay, so the deeper the color, the better. So even when you buy greens, go for the deep greens. Trying to study. The book is about 1 inch thick, you know. So I will just explain certain key points, very important points. So Professor Colin Campbell, he's saying that in any fruit, you take any fruit, mango, banana, any fruit, he says there are thousands of nutrients and thousands of enzymes working in a very complicated manner. Its complexity is beyond human comprehension, you know. So the chart will look something like this, and they all intertwine, they work synergistically, okay, in ways that we can't understand to produce the nutrients that we have. So that's how nature works. So when we humans, when we think we are smart, we want to extract the nutrients, put it in a pill. He says it doesn't work that way. It's never equal to the real fruit that nature designed. So his bottom line is eat the whole fruit. Don't eat the processed form. He didn't exactly say to stop cooking. He didn't exactly say that. But we do know that cooking destroys and denatures a lot of nutrients. So eat it raw. So that's why when you make a smoothie, right, it's raw, it's simple, you see. It's something that everybody can do, you see. So what are the colors? The carotenoids tend to be yellow, red, orange. Okay, then you have green, you have purple, you have blue, black. Some are colorless. Some nutrients are colorless. And these two are minerals. They are also high in antioxidants. So his bottom line is go for whole fruit. And he says because some people feel that, oh, I eat char kway teow today, so tomorrow I better run more, no? I better make up for it. He says it doesn't quite work that way. He says that medication cannot replace whole food nutrients, okay, because of its infinite complexity. So he says that exercising more and medication and surgery cannot replace a bad diet. Okay, you cannot use this to replace a bad diet. You always need a good diet. Protein, the minerals and the antioxidants. But of course, when you look on antioxidant, you should also exercise. Okay, we're not saying that you can stop exercising. Okay, you should do both. Okay. This is a video that is not working about goji berries. Anyway, he's just explaining that they are a good replacement for raisins. Instead of putting raisins on, put goji berries. Wait, yeah. Again, there are many ways to peel an orange. I'm just suggesting one way because this way is very neat. It doesn't drip everywhere. So I make a shallow cut, then I peel it off. Most people just cut into four, right?
Yeah.
I think you peel, then you drip everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You also notice I don't use a chopping board, but you should use a chopping board. Isothiocyanates, what are they? Oh, shut up, not they. Hey, Eddie, is cat around? Is cat around? Somehow it doesn't play on a computer. My slideshows were designed in a Mac, you see. So when the Mac convert to a PC, you have all these problems. Cannot play with it. So you must get out.
Don't know this.
Oh,
Dr. Oz. Oh, must find the file. Dr. Oz.
so they cannot find the file.
So normally.
How about here? Can you play it from here?
Must link first. Dr. Oz.
Aiyo.
This one. This one. No, this one. This one. Dr. Oz.
No.
No, this one. So the file is missing. You don't put the file. You forgot to put the file. It's missing. The file.
I think I just explained. I just explained.
Yeah.
The
file is missing.
It means quite a lot of files cannot link, you know. Okay, so the point that you was trying to explain is that this isothiocyanates, right, is a nutrient that's present in leafy greens. Okay, and it's also present in this kale. You know, we call it kailan here. Okay, but actually in the US call it kale. There are about 25 kinds of kale, 25 species of kale. So these all have got the isothiocyanates. It's a very strong, powerful nutrients, and these are present. Actually, they're the same thing. Yeah, I have US friends who came here and they tell me you call it kailan, we call it kale. They taste the same. It's from the same family. Okay, and they are important. Where the cat go? Okay. Where the cat go? She didn't put the slideshow back on. Can you put the slideshow back on?
Can you try? I try. Good.
I think we just skip the video, but we continue with the slideshow.
I just.
After the two. Yeah.
So this,
No. Some. Hey, you stick around here, kind of. You don't go around.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, we are talking about isothiocyanate.
I think myself.
Yeah. Okay. So we cut a long story short. They behave as antioxidants found in cruciferous vegetables. This cruciferous is a family of leafy green of greens. Okay, broccoli is part of the family. Kale is a Thailand. Okay, so this entire family is very strongly anti-cancer. Dark green, see how dark this one is? 3 important antioxidants. Okay, if you remember C, vitamin C is beta carotene. Beta carotene is normally yellow, red, or orange. Where you got yellow, orange here? Right. If you look at this, what orange are you talking about? But this is high in beta carotene. So how come? If you notice, when this vegetable is old, it turns yellow, right? Yeah. It exposes the beta carotene. You see, the beta carotene is there, but it's hidden by the green. So when it turns old, it exposes the beta carotene. It is there. B vitamins, very detoxifying. In fact, if you're talking about detoxification, the greens are the most detoxifying. Anything with chlorophyll is very detoxifying. In the case for cancer and many other skin problems, detox is very important because over toxicity is the cause of the problem. So it's important to detox, and green is the way to go. It's very tricky. It's very difficult to make green smoothie taste nice, you know. Oops. Yeah, this one is
video also.
This one is important. I think this one they must see.
Oh.
I think somebody asked this question. How to store washed vegetables. If you store the vegetable leaf with moisture, then
Wash the dried and the soggy leaves out of the sponge. Spread and arrange them well.
we don't use newspaper, use a paper towel. Because the newspaper, the ink can come off. So anyway, what they do is they spread out one layer and then they roll it. This is from YouTube. So actually you can find it on YouTube. The last point, after the vegetables were rolled up, right? The interesting thing she showed was that she used those foil bags, you know. She used this potato chip, an aluminum foil bag. Okay, for some scientific reason, this kind of foil bags are able to preserve foods better. We don't really know why, but we know that it does.
Oh, this one cannot present.
Okay, so after she rolled up the newspaper, she put it in a foil and then keep in the fridge. And she claims it can last for a month. I don't have that problem because I don't keep my vegetables for 1 month. I normally consume within 1 week.
Maybe open YouTube.
No, I think it's okay. We skip the video and just next one. Yeah, enjoy. Okay, a very yeah, can you play the video? A very common concern is if we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, isn't it too what they call it 太寒, right? too cooling. So it's important if you go on this kind of diet, balance the yin and yang. Okay, make sure you consume a lot of yang qi. And yang qi is not only from diet, it's not only from ginger and root vegetables. So I just let you know, all the yang foods, right, tend to be the root vegetables. So ginger is a root, huh? Okay, so among the ginger, there are 5 kinds of ginger. Okay, so this is aromatic ginger, this is the blue ginger, turmeric, the normal ginger, and then this one is the red ginger. Red. This one is from Indonesia.
Oh.
You can buy from Geylang Serai. Yeah, ginger is strongly anti-inflammatory, anti-tumor. Good for cough, relieves arthritis, osteoarthritis, other joint pains. Arthritis problem, anybody? It's increasingly common. Spleen qi, the yang qi. If you have cold hand and feet, right, this is good. Promotes heart health. Produce a lot of gas. If your system produces a lot of gas, ginger is good. Speed up the movement of food through the intestines. Okay, relieve motion sickness. Oh, 加料. Okay, can.
Does slow juicing destroy
Oh yeah,
antioxidant?
can we answer this later? Okay, so let's draw group 1, 2, 3, 4 again.
Sorry, you say something about tap water is something for the cat, right?
1 cup is about this big. Yeah, tap water is not good. Tap water is not good for your immune system.
So water is
Filtered water, you you filter the tap water, making sure that it filters chlorine. Filtering bacteria is common. Most filters can filter bacteria, but filtering chlorine, that's the big one. That's what you should look out for. And they're usually the activated carbon filters. Alkaline.
Alkaline, yeah.
The question is, what about alkaline water? Alkaline water doesn't make your body alkaline. We know that we want to make the body alkaline, but alkaline water doesn't make. It's not harmful, but it doesn't make the body alkaline. Okay. For example, we know that lemon is acidic, but it makes the body alkaline, you know. Yeah. Yeah. The acid will dissolve the enamel of your teeth, yes, with a straw. So if you take lemon juice or something very sourish, take it with a straw so that it bypasses the teeth. Pardon? No, actually, it makes the body produce more bile. Bile is alkaline, you see. It makes the body produce so your body knows its balance between the acidity and the alkaline. So certain foods helps to induce more bile production. So it makes the body alkaline. What lowers the antioxidant levels? Not difficult to guess, huh? Farm animals live and die in extreme suffering. There's this thing called stereotypist behavior. They found that pigs, especially pigs, because pigs are very intelligent animals. They are known to bash the head against the wall, bash against the head. They do that the whole day, you know. They just keep bashing the head against the wall. Because they discovered that they have a mental breakdown. They live in a state of mental breakdown because of the extreme confinement where you cannot even turn around. No? That's the state that they live in. Because in commercial farming, animal farming, you want minimum space for maximum yield. It's all about profit. It's all about money. So in the extreme confinement, the animals live in extreme stress, the point of mental breakdown. So I don't know the percentage of the animals that we eat are mentally broken down. No? Same thing with chicken. They start attacking each other. They start attacking each other because they're mentally broken down. So the point I'm trying to say here is that we are eating their stress, and we don't know it because when they come, it's cooked in curry and it's nice and cheap. You don't know. You don't know what the animals have gone through. We're eating the lifetime accumulation of toxins. These are the stress hormones. These are the chemicals in their feed. You think they feed them with organic foods?
So this are good.
And then they use antibiotics and growth hormone because they normally die of stress, okay, because of the extreme confinement. They normally die of stress. So to prevent them from dying, they use tons of antibiotics and they use growth hormones to make them grow fast before they die, because they're going to die anyway. I mean, they're going to die of stress anyway. So they make them grow fast before they die. We're eating all that stuff. So they are rich sources of free radicals and toxins. HCA, heterocyclic amines. This is a family of carcinogens known to form in meats. The higher the cooking temperature, the more the HCA. Okay, PH is another group, aromatic hydrocarbon. You know, when you barbecue meats, even when it's not seasoned, there's a nice smell. It's aromatic, and that aromatic hydrocarbon is a carcinogen. Even the films, this is studied, this is scientific. I can send you the videos if you want. You go to a KFC or some kind of facility where they are frying the chicken. You can smell it in the air, the oily fumes. That oily fume is carcinogenic, because they found that the workers who are exposed to it have a higher incidence of cancer. Okay, so these are substances that are found in big fried grilled meats. And I think this is not new to you. We know that they use a lot of injections. And increasingly, fish is being farmed, not caught in the wild. So here we are, we are pushing all these products, and then we see the cancer rates going up. And then people don't make the connection, They don't make the connection between what we eat, what we're exposed to, and the rising cancer rates. Animal protein and animal fat are rich nutrients for cancer growth. And when she says animal protein, it includes fish, dairy, and eggs. Back to Professor Colin Campbell, who says casein is the main ingredient in cow's milk. It's the most relevant carcinogen identified recently. Why is milk cancer causing? Because it contains a growth hormone, IGF-1. This growth hormone is meant to make a 60-pound calf into a 600-pound adult in a matter of months, not years. Okay, it is inherent, it's natural in the cow's milk to make the animal grow fast. So when humans consume this, especially in adult humans, when we don't need to grow, and you keep consuming a growth hormone, the body will grow. The body will grow in unexpected and unwanted ways now. So they suspect that this is the cause of why, this is the reason why dairy promotes cancer. So out in the mainstream, there's no mention of this. In fact, I think in I can't remember the talk we went to, the cancer talk we went to. It was sponsored by the milk product. What's it called? There's this brand of milk that cancer patients always take. I'm sure. Okay, so in Professor Colin Campbell's study, he's trying to explain this, but he's fighting against a huge industry. So the industry has its way, so that this kind of information never goes out to the public. So animal-based protein are poor source of antioxidants, okay, and they're a rich source of free radicals. So these things deplete our antioxidant level, because on one hand, you're drinking a smoothie, it goes up, you eat the wrong stuff, you bring yourself down. So you need to find the right balance. You don't keep going up and then put yourself down. Okay, so you need to know how to up and then at least eat clean. You can find rich sources of protein in these sources, in beans, nuts, peas, seeds, whole grains. This is quinoa. Hey, are you familiar with this kind of thing? Quinoa, millet, are you familiar? Try and go for this. Well, again, you can see the colorful pigments in the grains. Okay, these things deplete our antioxidant level. Things cooked at high temperature, about 120 degrees C. Pan fried, air fried, deep fried, all the roasted stuff, crackers, biscuit, cookies. I think I didn't put bread because it might be too frightening. Too frightening to mention here. But bread is one of them. It's highly processed foods. You know what pasteurization is? Yeah. Pasteurization is it's meant to sterile the food in a quick way. So they pass the food through a very high temperature in a very short time to make sure it kills all the bacteria, so that your product can sit in a supermarket shelf for months. Otherwise, the bacteria will grow and it will explode. Okay, so highly processed stuff, MSG, artificial coloring, these things deplete our antioxidant levels. Science may not identify this as toxic, but our body does. What we talk about omega-3, because omega-3 is found in fish, is the reason why the many health authorities advise us to continue consuming fish, because we need the omega-3 oils. But what we're trying to tell you is that the highest source of omega-3 is in flaxseeds. That's why you see flaxseeds in most of our recipes. Okay. Number 1 is flaxseed, number 2 is flaxseed, number 3 is fish oil, chia, number 4 is chia seeds. Then all the rest, this list goes on with a few hundred names long. They are mostly fish. Okay. Omega-3 is found mainly in fish, but the higher sources are from flaxseeds. So you need to consume more. 3 kinds of omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, this is the brain food. You need about 1 or 2 tablespoons per day.
This one, 2 tablespoons per day.
In here, we put in our smoothies. No, this is a very good question. How do you consume flax seeds? You see, it is so beneficial. How do you eat it? Right. In a smoothie, you can throw it in. You blend it. You don't see it. You can't even taste it. But in your daily meals, what some people do is they grind it, or they buy the flaxseed meal. No? They buy the powdered form. No? Then it's sprinkled over their oats, sprinkle over their rice. No? Yeah, that's how they do it. So for people who don't eat fish, this becomes important.
Replace fish.
Yeah, this is what we use to replace fish. When you soak, it looks like this. Okay, this thing bloats up like crazy. It bloats up 3 times its volume. So we put 1/3 and then you pour your water, you bloat up. You bloat up in about 2 hours. Bone health, nerve health, brain health. Control high blood pressure, lignin content. Okay, anti-aging, anti-cancer.
The flaxseed is better to soak it.
Yeah, because if you don't,
soak it.
Yeah, soaking is better. It becomes more bioavailable, easier to break down, easier for the body to ingest.
Any seeds have to soak. Any seeds have to
Yeah. If you notice, most of the even the goji berry I soak, the dates I soak, everything I soak. It's easier to blend.
Then you use it. So the damage is stored in the fridge.
Yeah, 3 days. If you ask me, I'll tell you 3 days about it. In my personal practice, 5, 6, 7 days ago, it's still okay.
You're not going to fancy that.
No, it doesn't. No, depends on what kind of seed. It depends on how much water you use. So safely, 3 days. So I use this kind of short cups. These short cups are from IKEA. You soak just small amounts, so they finish fast.
Questions. Food with high oxalate that can cause kidney stone, like spinach, beans, nuts. Is it advisable to boil them to remove the oxalates?
The question is
Nutrition will be gone.
The question is about oxalates. Oxalates is a substance that can be fatal for kidney patients. It can promote kidney stones. So the question is, should we be boiling them? Should we find ways to remove these things? So in the first place, try to avoid high oxalate foods. One of the highest oxalate foods is spinach. Spinach, because the other foods, almond hairs and some nuts and seeds is about this amount. But spinach is one jump. It's a huge jump in the oxalate levels.
So spinach causes kidney stone.
It can still, yes. So it's good not to take too much. I think, see, if your kidney is working well, if you have no diabetes, all is well. So your body can remove it, but don't strain. Don't try your luck too much. But the problem is that some people have kidney problems and they don't know it. They don't know you have a kidney. Your kidneys are failing. So those are the cases that are dangerous. So in such cases, we avoid high oxalate foods. And so the question here is, should we cook it? Yeah, cooking will help. Sure, cooking will help reduce the oxalate, but then cooking will also destroy your antioxidants.
So
Okay.
avoid spinach.
Yeah, avoid spinach. Yeah, blanching. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Almonds. High in protein, one of the highest among the nuts, one of the highest in protein. High antioxidants. It's also high in magnesium. No? It helps the body relax. Suitable for diabetics. It's extremely low GI. Okay, so if you're diabetic, right, and you are afraid that your smoothie is too high in GI, you throw in some almonds. You will lower the glycemic load of the entire meal.
When you buy the almond from the shop, how do you know whether it's raw almond or whether it's baked almond? This is better to get a raw almond. Right?
Yeah, no,
So how do you
buy
differentiate?
only the raw almonds.
How do you differentiate the raw
The color.
means of brown color, right?
No, the baked one is dark brown.
And
Dark brown and very fragrant.
Okay. And the raw one?
Raw one, no smell.
Color?
Lighter brown.
Lighter brown.
Yeah. Lighter brown, and but the other one is dark brown, it's almost near black, and they tend to be salted. I think you ask the storeholder, they would and the price is higher. So
price higher, price more expensive.
Yeah.
Baked one is much higher.
You're paying for the roasting, huh?
And pay for the price.
Ideal for pregnant women. Any more questions?
No more.
Almonds, why must soak to remove the enzyme inhibitor on the skin? Because enzyme inhibitor for people with weak digestion can be a problem. You tend to bloat, you tend to cannot digest, take a long time to digest. Okay, so soak. Awaken the enzyme in the seed so the nutrient level goes up. Easier to blend, easier for bioavailability. Here, this video not playing again. Dr. Gregor, right, is explaining that there are only 2 health promoting sweeteners on the planet. Okay, so all your, I think no, yeah, it's okay. Don't bother. Don't bother.
Oh, have yes, sweetener. I can find.
No, it's okay lah. Because it disrupts the flow of the message lah.
Oh,
Actually just go for whole fruit sweetness, you know.
something, right?
I do know that Gula Melaka is one of the safest, yeah. But the others, aspartame, you know, right? Aspartame, aspartame causes cancer. Coconut sugar is Gula Melaka. Yeah. That's more what I can think of. So I use fruits. Use very sweet bananas, very sweet. But you're talking about like adding to coffee, is it?
That's what I read.
Oh, then use the banana, chop some bananas inside now. Or later I'm going to show you a longan. Longan, I've never tasted a longan that is not sweet. Right. So use this kind of thing, goji berries. You buy the high grade goji berry, they're sweet. Okay, so this is molasses. Wait, going back to this. He's saying that Dr. Gregor is saying that on the planet, most sweeteners are like this. I think white sugar is somewhere here. He's talking about antioxidants. Okay, in terms of antioxidants, no nutrients. The only 2 that are high in nutrients. So this one is this one is molasses, black sugar.
Black sugar is number 1.
No, then this one is date. This is date sugar. This is date sugar. Because it's a whole fruit.
That's sugar number 1. Number 2 is
Molasses. Okay, so this is molasses. Oaten. Oaten, black sugar. Okay. We have a sample out there. You can sample it later. Very rich source of manganese, copper, a lot of minerals. Okay, iron, calcium, selenium, magnesium. Good for skin and hair. Good for blood. Anybody anemic? Anemia? Okay. One quick cure for anemia is this. You mix this with some citrus fruits. Okay, you can cure the anemia very quickly. These are higher raya pasta dates.
There's so many different types.
Yeah, many different prices.
The most expensive one.
Yes. Rich source of minerals. Lots of minerals. Good for people with anemia, constipation, natural sweetener. It is about 70% sugar, but it's a natural sugar. Must remove the seeds. Otherwise, you have a very violent blending. So from here, I soak. These are dates.
Okay, dates.
Yeah. So from here, I soak.
So these are the dry ones.
Yeah, these are dry ones.
also if it's seed then it's not soap and
Yeah, correct.
you know.
Nothing wrong about just if you forget, I salad now. And also when you cut, right, when you cut open, it's easier for the water to go in, easier for the water to soak it up.
The thing is, all hungry, so probably speaking,
Higher raya pasta dates.
yeah. To spring up this, I think,
It's the taste, no, but in terms of nutrients, they're about the same. So here we are talking about antioxidants, they are about the same. But see how big your wallet is now.
buy the cheapest one.
I buy from Little India, Mustafa. Okay, longan is also another whole fruit that is always sweet. Okay, let's extract, take out a bit of work. Figs also can be very sweet, but But you have to be careful because don't get the white one. White, because the white one can be bleached. It can be white because they're bleached. Go for the darker ones. The sun-dried ones tend to be more ugly looking. If you're talking about apricots, talking about figs, the sun-dried ones tend to be blackish. But those are the better ones. Okay. Team 1, 2, 3, 4 again. So team 1 and 2,
Section
3 and 4.
The last one.
The last one.
It was mine. Uh-oh.
This is just the rounding up only. Seen video before?
That's not good.
Oh, thanks.
Somebody will come. Anybody out there?
Stuck in the escalator.
Sorry. Somebody! Hello! There are 2 people stuck on an escalator and we need help. Now, so somebody please do something.
They don't want to walk.
You gotta be kidding me. No, let's do it.
So how?
6 o'clock. It's okay.
Hello? Hey, don't worry about it. I'll fix it in a second. So you can fix it. All right. That's more like it. Says you can fix it.
So how? Have you all heard of the oncologist himself getting cancer? Before?
Yes.
The oncologist himself get cancer. The cancer doctor himself get cancer. Have you heard this? And they even know how long they have to live because they treat it day in, day out now. So the reason, the purpose behind this whole workshop, right, is to empower you, is to let you know how things work, how your immune system works, why antioxidants work, so that, oh, very dry, okay, cashew nut, so that you can be self-empowered to take care of yourself. See, don't wait for somebody to come and save you. Don't wait for the government. Don't wait for whoever to come and save you. Save yourself. You see, you're not stuck on an escalator. You can take a few steps up. You can take a few steps down. You can, if you know how it works, you know how to save yourself. You see, because as I was saying, even the cancer specialist himself cannot save himself. So what does that tell you? You know, because they don't know. They don't know. I think they do know that, but they wouldn't talk about it. You know, they won't talk about how you can empower yourself and save yourself. See? Because they, for whatever reasons, want you to continue status quo. You see? Okay, so this is that's why we say this last part is very important because this is about empowering yourself. So we hope that by all this sharing with you and letting you see, letting you taste it, you know how to begin to do it by yourself. Save yourself. You don't wait for somebody to save you. Don't wait, you know. Okay. And what I'm saying here is, you need to think out of the box, because if you keep thinking that, oh, I must have my rice and I must have dishes, then Mr. Yao, then how is this going to fit into my, you know? We need to think out of the box, you see. And the reason why we have rice and dishes and all this kind of health problems is because these things are lacking nutrients. And it's our culture. You know, your rice and you have this plate of vegetable, how much vegetable is there? You go and fry it some more. You go and fry it in oil some more. How much nutrients is left? You see, so by doing away, if we can just get out of this concept and go back to nature, look at what nature is trying to tell us, look at what nature is trying to do. Go back to our true nature, go back to our true diet. You will save yourself. Okay, so if you just analyze, no, how much nutrient, how much antioxidants are there in here? Near zero. So really be awake, be in the know, you know, don't walk into the statistics. Because if you don't do anything, you will walk into the statistics. What was it? 2 in 3, you know, 2 in 3 of us. Okay, so here we're just giving a small introduction. Go and experiment and do something, you know, mix and match and see which one works for you, which one you like, which one you don't like. Whether it's the fruity ones or the detoxifying one or the high protein one, go and experiment. I will give the notes to Kat and then she will, because in the notes we'll have the recipes as well. Okay, so this is just a small sample. So you sampled this one, you sampled this one, and this one, and this one. There are many more that we are not sampled. And by the way, the golden one you had just now, that one is strongly anti-cancer because turmeric is known to be repairing of the DNA. You know? Breast cancer is caused by DNA damage in the first place. So turmeric is known to repair, to reverse DNA damage. You know? Yeah, turmeric.
The problem is that people with gut, what?
What
dinner, they can't take too much turmeric, right?
Oh, why?
Split. Heart patient.
I see.
They are on blood thinner.
Yeah.
So I think turmeric contradict with the blood thinner.
But we take less. Because you can control now. Turmeric. And the reason why we have turmeric combined with black pepper is because the studies have shown that when you consume these both together, the absorption, the bioavailability of the curcumin shoots up a few 100%. By just a pinch, you know, just a pinch of the black pepper, the nutrient level goes up, shoots up. This is fixed. Fixed is another good stuff. So what is just sample is just smoothies. Then there are smoothies. Then there are salads and there's muesli. So for your other meals, then there are other, you know, if you're talking about high protein, there are many other kinds of beans and peas that we can go into. Salad alone, there are many kinds of salad. The salad alone the salad itself can be high antioxidant. The dressing itself can be high antioxidant. That's another long story that we can go into. The cooked foods can be muesli. For example, if you're doing for kids, if you're trying to get the kids to eat healthier, this can be packed in a dry form, see. So when they go to school, they just add water. Can be many flavors, can be mango, blueberry, strawberry, whatever. Yeah. This is in a porridge form, this is in a cooked form. And in our workshop, people swear that this is a rice porridge, but they don't know it's actually oats.
Oh.
It tastes exactly the same. Okay, so Pauline, right? Pauline, yeah. So we are closing now. So
thank you for participating.
Yeah, thanks for all your attention. I think that's been extremely patient.
Okay, thank you.